Howdy folks, sorry about the tone of the upcoming video. Few things in real life going on that hit just about the same time as few things in the game going on here at Railroading Revolutions. So I do apologize for the tone. I will let you know things do get better, as they always do. And you are not going to believe what we do with the colony in the next few weeks. You may notice I have a little gadget on my back. That is Mekanism's version of a jetpack. All it takes is hydrogen fuel. You can switch modes. Right now we are in disabled. If you look at the lower left, it says disabled and says 12,518, 12,518 is our fuel. We're at about half a tank. So need to keep an eye on that. So switch mode, regular, you go up, you come down, you get hurt. Yes, it's loud. This is hover. You don't get hurt. You don't come down till you run out of fuel. Then you'll come down, you get hurt. So make sure you get down and put yourself back to regular. And yes, it's loud, in case we hadn't discussed that. So why am I up here? Well, I am having myself kind of a 5 weeks into this, a bit of a mid-game crisis. All the things I do are pretty much irrelevant now. Irrelevant. Doesn't need me. I have been aged out of the system. Charcoal, don't need it so much. Why don't we need it so much? Because we got digital miners. Don't need quarries if you got digital miners. You just got to be able to process stuff because digital miners is fast. They're also selective. You can go and you can just pick out the goodies if that's what you want to do. So here's the thing. We got more power than we need, and we can make more. We have the processing capability to handle anything that gets thrown at us within reason. We've got all the machines and goodies built. We have more oil than we know what to do with. We have more petroleum products, being gasoline and lubricant and diesel and biodiesel, and yeah. So the question, and don't forget add on there that the lava pools are infinite source blocks. So what do I do? Let me show you something else real quick. Both of my mines are now obsolete. I do not need to go back to the gold mine ever. We're getting all the gold we need as a byproduct off copper from the digital miners. And now we have one of these monstrosities. And this is a very noisy machine called an Excavator from Immersive Engineering. Now, this does not mine things that are under the ground like the digital miner does. No. Each chunk has stuff in it according to Immersive Engineering. So anything that has mineral, like this it's got coal, and it's got crude, and it's got emeralds, and it's got diamonds. Right now the Excavator handles the solids. You can put a pump jack on here later to get the oil. So we now have more emeralds than we will ever need. We have more coal than we will ever need. We have more diamonds than we will ever need. And it's not just coal. You get this for all the different minerals. So there are gold ones out here, so I never need to worry about gold. There are copper ones, there are lead ones, there are, wow, what is this? This is a lava one, in case you wanted to pump lava for some reason. Like, why do you want to pump lava when we have infinite lava? do have a use for the biodiesel, using the generator out here to run this little monstrosity. So again, everything I was working on, pretty much obsolete. So what do I do? What can I do? Well, the next thing to do would be build creative, kind of like Bobby did his little factory over here, which has purpose. It isn't just decoration, it actually has purpose. What I will be having to do is something that is purely decorative. Something to add to the scenery, kind of like the windmill down there. That was more or less a decorative item. So what do I do? I had not expected to become useless this fast. Apparently servers are different than solo. Oh gee, where have I said that before? So I don't know. I'm going to contemplate this. Right now I am running around gathering some strategic resources that you can't get with an excavator. And I'm stashing them away. And we'll see if we can't use them. I have to figure out how to get abyssal stone. All my abyssal stone got used. And I only hit one deposit, so it's over this ways. I don't know what he used for this. Let's find out. That's basalt. That's a good use for basalt. Basalt's nasty stuff. I don't even have to run the charcoal pit. Charcoal pit, I got a full box and then some, and have not had to run charcoal anywhere because why? Don't need to. Got digital miners now. The only thing we need charcoal is this old engine that we really don't use because it's not powerful enough. Sorry, old man. You've been replaced just like me. Actually, let's catch the ladder. I get down, I got to refill the jetpack. Whaaat. Oh, and Mekanism, the digital miner, you don't have to do anything to get silk touch. It just happens. It just happens. Looks like we are finally into the Certus. So let's go offload this. Yeah, I got a nether wart cloche in here. I have no idea why it's in here. It's not like it goes with the decor. Now this thing's actually kind of cool. This is the Mekanism version of a crafting factory. And apparently this is a small monstrosity. Molecular assemblers. These are the brains, the co-processing units, crafting storage, and crafting storage. So the more crafting storage and more processors, the more stuff you can make. Come over here, and you can set up a recipe like I did here. Click the encode, and it'll pop one of these disk drives down. And you got to be careful because it will not take, if you have substitutable items, it will not take these and let you use those. It will only use the ones you pop in. So I had to be very careful when I encoded this one because I wanted the pure Certus quartz. And I originally did it with the native Certus quartz, of which we didn't have a whole lot. So you click on this guy. Oops. You click on this, you put it in, and then you come over here to the crafting terminal, and they're over here where they say craft. So I can click on that, and I can specify an amount. Say I want to do 100. And it will tell you, you are short these items. We will not start it, which is fine because I don't want to. I built a bunch of drives, filled out the last one, added 5 to this one. Working on getting more chips so I can make more drives. So we've been filling stuff up, but yeah. Whatever. Whatevs. I got this organized. But it's all organized. Now you got your iron products more or less together. You got your copper more or less together. Copper, tin, and bronze are all related. You got your gold, silver, and electrum all together. You got your nickel, your invar, and your constantin all together. This is the one that gets weird because we got aluminum, we got uranium, and we got platinum, which are all non-related. You have your nether items. You have your random solids that we use. And then you have your special alloys with lead on top because it really didn't fit well anywhere. I'm thinking need to put compacting drawers all up here and move these up a level. And we should be good. But yeah, once it's all processed, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? That is the never-ending question. Since, I mean, I could make all the immersive engineering stuff, but why? I've got the thermal stuff for melting stuff. Why do I need an arc furnace? I've got a smeltery. Why do I need an arc furnace? Other than to say, hey, I built an arc furnace. You know, do we get anything extra out of it? Not really. Some more efficient ways, like using the pulverizer and the enrichment chamber. And if these don't work, you've got all those things over in SteampunkBobby's workshop that pop out potentially 5 to 1 on all the non-strategic metals. So yeah, it's like where do we go from here? Even my board doesn't matter anymore. I don't need to make lava buckets to run the nether quarry because I have a what? A digital miner. And they're cheap. All this stuff is cheap to make. You have no clue what I paid to make. Where did it go? I must still have it on. To make this armored jetpack. It was, you know, I could have done this 3 weeks ago. Did not realize how cheap this thing was. Give you an idea. Let's go to jetpack and then we'll go look at armored jetpack. So jetpack. Basic tank, no problem. As soon as I had osmium, I could have done that. Steel took me a little longer. Tin, not a problem. The circuits, again, I could have had this all week 2 and been flying. Did not realize how cheap some of the equipment and such was in this particular mod pack. Much more used to mod packs have a much higher resource cost or a much higher energy cost. Things where, you know, it's the next project and it's a project. It's not a bing bang boom done, let's go, like Jetpack turned out to be. And that's all longer it takes to fill. Because I got everything like super souped up, but maxed out on all their stuff. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a downer. And I think what I might do, I might work on finishing out the hallway here. This is SteampunkBobby's side. This is my side. I told him he could do whatever he wanted on that side and build big rooms because you need big rooms. Should always build at least 2 to 3 times bigger than what you think you'll need, because, yeah, it fills up. Which is one of the reasons why I built the blue room as big as I did for the AE2 equipment. Because I figured we would be adding stuff to the trunk here. More drives, more stuff like this. This thing, I've heard of. I've never actually ever made one. And still haven't made one, just using it now. Learned how to use it once I had it down. It's like bing, bang, boom, here we go. Not a problem. I would probably use it for a lot more mundane things that the compacting drawers weren't doing, but hey, that's me. Didn't have any plans really yet for over here, but it was all going to be AE2 or high-tech based, not machinery type stuff was the thought. To keep this basically a nice, clean looking room, not crowded like across the hall. Crowded, dirty, dingy, like my workshop this way. Ha 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 ha. But I wanted a different aesthetic over here, so clean, open areas, lots of light. And like I say, I like this thing. I even kind of like where he put it. But a sink, yeah, just doesn't. I don't know. I don't see the aesthetic in it. And since we're just building at this point, it's all about the aesthetic. I need to check, see how we're doing on power, because this thing has been fuss budgeting around. Yeah, we're good. So this is what I have been using for power on the digital miner that I have. Papa made me a spare one, so I have used it. I've got a registry set up so that I can use it for something very specific. I am looking for very specific resources. Yeah, I'll get over the pity party at some point. But it's like, okay, what do we do? I had thought about setting up a network of these, but again, I'm a guy who likes a point. And what's the point? The only thing I could think of, didn't have that on hover. There we go. Only thing I could think of was to go up or go out off someplace and make a hub and start going to the compass points and see how far I can get. It's not like we don't have a lack of iron and stuff. You need iron, go throw a digital miner out for 10 minutes and you have more iron than you know what to do with. So it's like, well, maybe actually I could probably do it from up here. Bobby might not like that. I'd have to ask him first. But yeah, maybe up here, this could be my hub central, and I could have a line that went north and a line that went south and a line that went east and west. Diagonals really don't work very well with these things. So I guess at some point I will run the digital miner over to the emerald mine and soak it out. Because, yeah, why? Oh, wait, I don't need emeralds because that thing over there is sucking all the emeralds out of the ground. Yay. Virtual emeralds, they don't even exist. They only exist for immersive engineering. So, yeah. Don't know. May go exploring since I got... Oh, why am I almost dead? I didn't fall that far. Armor's good. I don't understand that. Anyhow. Probably going to delete all this. You don't need Maudlin me going and bringing the whole colony down. Maybe I'll take my sword out and I'll go do some hunting. Build up a trophy room. Who knows? Become a destroyer instead of a builder. Apparently explosives are a whole lot easier to make than I thought. I thought you'd have to go the carbon and the saltpeter route because we got saltpeter, but apparently all you got to do is grind up flint and you get gunpowder. How you get gunpowder out of grinding flint makes no sense to me. But then again, I'm one of those folks that, likes things that make sense. So let's turn this off. Disabled. We can run back in. So I was really hoping that this world would last a little longer than it has. Not everything's built. This could be my goal. Figure out why the purple slime sapling will not grow, yet that one did over there, which you just barely see. That one hasn't grown. This one hasn't grown. No, that's not one. I suspect that one over there that first one may not have grown because it's too close to stuff. I don't think it likes normal world stuff. So, anyhow, I'm going to say bye for now. Like I say, probably trash this video. I'm done, I'm out. And she's done, she's out, so we're going to say cut.